Now, for the past couple weeks, perhaps even for the past couple months, I have been thinking about the future of my corp, since in the next anniversary of the game, in a month from now, we should be getting Titans. Now, there's a chance that we might join a big alliance or big coalition, just so that we change the pace and change the gameplay a little bit, but it is still up to debate on what we will do, because we want to try out something new and we kind of want to try something different. So we are still trying to figure out what we will do, but the last 3 years in this game have been amazing. I met a lot of awesome players, I met a lot of awesome friends, and it's truly been a beautiful journey, and this game is definitely very special in that aspect. So I'm definitely kind of excited for what we will do next with the corp and in the game, since we should be getting the bomb launchers at one point, and when we do get the bomb launchers on the bombers, bomber fleets all day long. That's that's one thing that I loved in EVE Online. The bomber fleets were really fun, and then the next thing would be Black Ops battleships with the jump bridge. Basically, we will be able to drop a bunch of bombers and capitals on a lonely target deep inside of hostile territory, and all that does make me really excited for the future content that I'll be uploading. Definitely a lot of things that that I can do, since so far again it's been a fantastic journey and I have no complaints. I had fun from the start, still having fun, and still looking forward to having even more fun, and I'm definitely going to share that experience with you guys. Now, today will be time for some PvP. I'll be doing some solo combat as well as some fleet operations today. You know, the usual. This time it will be mixed, because I was also doing a lot of exploration besides combat, and honestly I have to say, exploration been amazing. Now this is this was my Sino Chameleon. Surprisingly, I still didn't really fix my skills for this ship. Yeah, I'm missing expert drone skills and expert signal disruption. Why is this skill missing? I did skill this, not really sure what happened. In any case, I'll be flying the Stratios, Macarial, Celos, and the RB. All of these ships became really fun. Now, I did part ways with one of my space bands. I actually sold the ship recently. Where is that? There it is. The Barghest been sold yesterday. I have one more Barghest that I might use or I might sell, mostly because I'm trying to gather as much ESC as possible. I have a lot of stuff in all of my stations scattered across, but currently I have like 16.1 billion, not much, but should be about 50 billion by the end of the week, because I'm trying to sell a lot of stuff that I have. Basically module ships that I don't use, but right now in the station here I have a bunch of, even the Revelation is here. Now the Revelation is here because I kinda planned to retire it, but at the same time might still be required. Not really sure what I'll do with it. I haven't been flying the Revelation lately, because I actually did remove some of the skills, did tamper with the skills a little bit, so not really sure what I'll do with the Revelation. If any of you guys have a good offer, I might actually sell it. I would say 50 billion ISK for the Revelation that I have right now. The integrations and X types have been pulled out. The current build is the cheaper option that I usually do, so it is not an expensive relation, because I need the X types for maybe a new ship. I don't know. There is a lot of things that I want to try out, but I can't really decide on what I will want to do. Now the cells. This thing is wild. Haven't really had a lot of options or a lot of chances to actually use the cells like the Cinnabon, but so far I have really been enjoying this ship, and did try out a different build this time with a extender. I mean, it can be used like this, but there's still a million options that we can go with the cells. And of course, I did return the RB. Now all of these ships have roughly the same build. I haven't changed much on them because I don't really know what to change on them because they are already perfect the way they are. Why are there? Hold a second, this is a bit cursed. Actually, no. I was fighting a ship that used the missile launcher. That's why. All right, now that's better. Dual tracking computers. This dual tracking disruptors. All right, and that's the build on the RB. Haven't really again changed the build on any of my on any of my boats. They're all about the same as they used to be, but I do plan to change things when I get a good idea, because as of now all of the builds that I have here get the job done. I have no problems with any of the builds, so yeah, I guess it will be time to undock. My apologies, I'm a little bit sleepy today. Not really sure why. I had a good pizza today, and every time I eat a pizza, I'm always very sleepy for some reason. And yeah, fighting with sleep and fighting with my microphone here that's not sitting in place. But in any case, it will be time to undock and let's have some fun. Now, I have some very interesting plans with the Stratios. I plan to do some exploration with this ship. However, the Stratios is known as one of the best, if not the best, tackle ships in the game. It basically doesn't have any lock-on delay after it decloaks. Only Sister of Eve ships and bombers have that ability, which makes this ship extremely lethal, especially if used for PvP. Now, the first target for today will be a succubus. Now, I have the bombarding plant on the Stratios. It's decently leveled. It has some pretty good DPS, and the Stratios is one of the best frigate killers in the game. Now, this succubus is using an afterburner. Okay, I have a micro warp drive approaching. They still haven't noticed me. Webbed, scrambled. Drones are out. Let me quickly spam that focus fire button because the drones sometimes don't really respond to commands, so always spam that focus fire. And the succubus has been killed. Nice. That was smooth, and I got some lasers. Lovely. The lasers are quite expensive, especially the small ones.
Warp drive active.
Okay. Warping out. Now that one feels like it was a expensive kill, but we're about to find out. Usually I have that feeling when there is something expensive. 1.1 billion, not bad actually. A medium Nosferatu, a pretty solid build. I actually do like this build. A small booster and a medium Nosferatu. That is actually a pretty good combination. Now, next target we have a Dramiel. Warping towards the Dramiel, I'm also in the Stratios. Drone bombs have been primed, or
warp drive
should I say drone bombs have been prepared. approach 0 orbit. The drone orbit is set at 4.48 or 4.43 kilometers. There is the Dramil. Now this Dramil is using a micro warp drift. They're orbiting very close with autocannons. However, a Dramil, if you're using a Dramil to brawl, use an afterburner, because a scrambler can be turned off. A micro warp drift can be turned off by the scrambler. Now I'm trying to wait for the Dramil to spin around so that they fly really close to me. I have to be very fast with the lock, because it's a Dramil. They're fast and they can easily get out of range very quickly. So I'm trying to intercept. Okay, locking on, approaching, focusing fire, scrambled webbed. That was a perfect tackle. All right, they have been caught and they have been destroyed. Beautiful.
We're under
that was
attack.
Nice. Let's warp out. That was a good catch. I always love to hunt frigates with the Stratios. It is so satisfying, because by the time they see the Stratios, it is already too late. They are already destroyed. And this is the beauty of the Stratios. The only cruiser in the game that can do this while being so stealthy and so sneaky. $322 million, not bad. Alright, next target. We have a Ferox. Now I'm in the RB. Now first I will go and scout the Ferox. The Ferox is in a medium anomaly.
Warp drive
now,
active.
usually when there is a ship inside of an anomaly, I usually suspect that it is a bait. So this Ferox might be a bait. So let me find the best warp. It looks like that anomaly might be a good place to warp from. Karaming Serpentis mining installation. I forgot that I was exploring before that, so
warp drive
that is
active.
technically a exploration site. The exploration sites can offer a very good warping spot to the target if you just happen to have a site within the system. Alright, let me decloak first, and let's warp back at 57 kilometers. Should throw me quite, well, not quite close, but at the same time not quite far from the Ferox. The goal is to land within the optimal range of my points, so that I don't get webbed and scrambled if they have webs and scramblers. Since this is a kite ship, I do rely on range. Now it didn't go well. I kinda miscalculated my warping. This is 42 kilometers, a bit further away than expected. But it's still, you know, quite close, but not as close as I wanted it to be, but still better than landing at 0 from a ship. Right, pointed. Tracking disruptors have been engaged. Drone bombs also equipped. Now it looks like this Ferox has some shield, but that shield will go down quite quickly here. Okay, Ferox now in armor. They will not hit anything, by the way, even if they have tracking repeaters, because of the tracking disruptor and the disruptor general unit that they have equipped on the ship. Alright, nice. Ferox has been destroyed. Let me collect the wreck and let me warp out. That was a solid catch, a good catch.
Warp drive active.
133 million. Now this was a quite a cheap Ferox. Looked like a PvP build as well. A very cheap one. Well, not bad. I'm fairly sure that it still would get the job done. Alright, well, back in the... actually no, this is still the RB. Alright. Next target we have a Caracal Navy. Now let me quickly scout the target first. Always scout and then find the best warp
Warp
in.
drive active.
This is something that you can do with the Covert top ships. Although the Stratios is definitely much more sneaky, I would say.
Warp drive active.
And this is why I used to think that the Stratios was to replace my RB. That's what I was thinking like a long time ago, before Sister of Eve was released. When I was flying my original RB, I always thought to myself,
Warp
well,
drive
what
active.
will be able to replace the RB in the future? And I was always thinking that it will be the Stratios, and it kinda did. Although I used both for very two different purposes. Although the Stratios is honestly very fun to fly. Alright, that was a good warping. Let me quickly approach the Caracal Navy. Pointed, well, let's orbit, focusing fire. Drone bombs have been equipped. Focusing fire. Well, it's only a Caracal Navy, so they go down quite quickly. And that was a nice kill. And nice catch.
We're being warp scrambled.
And I got scrambled. Since I don't have stabs on this thing, I have to kill the ship that scrambled me. Now I can
Warp
safely
drive
warp
active.
out. You have to be careful when you are in a base, because the base anomalies can be quite difficult and dangerous if you're not careful. But that was a good catch. That was a decent catch. Always a nice catch. $46 million. Oh no. It is a curse build. So let's see. Let's pretend we never seen that. Let's pretend we never seen that curse build. Alright. Next. It is Macarial party time. Now the next target will be a Vindicator. And since we love to fly the Macarials, you know, I'm so glad that that I did pick the Macarial to be my first faction battleship. No, I did fly all of them.
Warp drive
but
active.
The Macarial is still around. This thing is so fun to fly. It is a big cruiser. It's very fast. And I might make it faster. I'm not really sure what I will do with the Macarial. I had plans to make it warp faster, but I might just make it fly faster. Actually, I don't know what I'll do. There is still plenty of time for me to figure that one out. Right. Well, now this Vindicator is quite fast. Actually, look at that Vindicator was very fast. It was a very quick ship. However, we got there on time, and we had points on the Vindicator pretty quickly, so they didn't manage to warp out, and somehow I got the kill. I did not expect to
Warp
get the
drive
kill, but
active.
I did. Since my friend's Macarial is one of the fastest ships in the game, one of the fastest battleships in the game, might actually be the fastest Macarial in the game. His Macarial warps as fast as my Dramiel, and that is impressive. So I'm kinda inspired by his Macarial to make mine even faster. Since the Macarial is all about that speed and DPS. And I still have that armor tank. I think I might keep the armor tank on the ship so far. It did seem to work really well. 4 billion, not bad. A shield tank, Vindicator. No, actually, I kind of like this build. Although I feel like dual shield boosters might be the way to go, but nevertheless, did look okay. Next targets, what do we have here? A Sunensis. Okay, now I picked my Stratios for this job. I think this Sunensis might be inside of the exploration site that is nearby. We will see. Actually, no. This Sunensis is running a mission. Okay, that's interesting. That's a new one. Usually, a Sunensis is not used for this type of. In any case, let's go and quickly weapon scramble the targets. I kind of messed up with the bombs here. I don't have the remote reload enabled, so yeah, I just wasted the implant. But in any case, the Sunensis got destroyed. Let's loot and let's warp out. Okay, warping out. Was a good catch.
Warp drive active.
Next target, we have a Typhoon. I will be sending my Macarial to the Typhoon. They were around 0, but it might be a bit more than that. We will find out, I guess. In any case, let's see what happens. Yeah, they were very close to 0. Okay. Should be a very quick tackle. Barrage engaged, gyro stabilizers also engaged. Webbed and scrambled. Typhoon in armor. Typhoon in hull. And Typhoon destroyed. Nice, that was a good catch. Let's loot the wreck and let's warp out. Oh, caramba, this might actually be a PvP build. I think I have seen this Typhoon before, however I'm not really sure. Again, I am a little bit sleepy today, so my memory might not be as sharp as usual, but I'm fairly sure I have seen that Typhoon somewhere before. In any case, we will be taking a look at the build when my Macarial finishes warping here. I forgot how much DPS this thing had. It used to have a lot more DPS, but Barrage has been nerfed and I changed my build. I used to run quad gyro stabilizers. Now I run 3 because I just like to have one adaptive for the extra tank. It's definitely helping out a lot. 727 million, and this is indeed a PvP build. Alright, nice. Nice, not bad. Not bad, I do like that build. A DPS balance between the balance between DPS and tank. Now, next target will be a Phantasm. Now for this Phantasm I actually thought to take the Celos, but I also thought to take the Stratios, but in the end I decided to take my Fiend. I haven't been using this ship in a while, so let's see what happens. I do like the Fiend. I want to fly it a lot more, but my luck is missing, and without luck I just can't fly some ships because, you know, I have to find a target that has no stabs, and for stab targets Stratios is just the way to go. But I wanted to try out the Fiend. Could be a mistake. I say mistake, well, because the Stratios is literally ensuring that you tackle the target and that the target is not being able to run, because the Stratios tackle is one of the best tackles in the game. They don't see it until it is too late, and that's why I like the ship. That's why I like to use it. Oh, there is the Phantasm. I landed a little bit far away. I messed up with the warp pin, so things already are not going according to plan here. Scrambled, webbed. I'm trying to orbit, but that's... What happened? Oh, I lagged. Oh no. I lagged. Did you see that cut? Did you see that cut? That messed up my plans. And of course, the Phantasm escapes. Oh well, it happens. Next, we have a prophecy, I believe. I am in the Celos. Now, I haven't really had the chance to use the Celos solo. I mean, I had, but it is definitely not as much as I had the chance with the Cinnabon. No, the Celos and Cinnabon are both good in their unique ways. I might actually even go on a Celos roam with my alt. My alt can fly the ships. My alt can fly a lot of faction cruisers, so might take advantage of the Omega that my alt currently has and fly like that. I don't know. There is the prophecy. Let's quickly web and scramble. Webbed and scrambled. Barrage engaged. And that's a lot of damage that we're doing here. Nice. That was a good kill. That was a good catch. I was thinking about a Stratios roam while doing exploration, basically doing PvP and exploration at the same time. Since I do find a lot of targets when I am flying with my Stratios, with my Astro. But with the Astro, I don't really carry a PvP build with me. But with the Stratios, I can easily swap between PvP and PvE. So that is one thing that I can do with the Stratios.
Fleet warp.
Warp drive active.
And I just found out one of my friends has bought an Astarte. Lovely. Oh man, that's gonna be fun. That thing is going to be interesting. Next target we have a Cinnabon. And well, the Cinnabon has been deleted. That was a sweet kill. Let's warp out and let's cloak.
Warp drive active.
A cloaky Cinnabon. I love the fact that this thing has a cloak. It is, you know, the new faction cruisers are definitely extremely fun to fly, and I'm definitely looking forward for more special ships to be added to the game, especially the faction frigates. I think they will be very fun. The new faction frigates, special faction frigates to be more accurate. All right, now the Macarial duo is back. I still can't believe a couple of weeks ago when we caught that fleet inside of that rift space that we also caught a Macarial and a Navy battleship right outside of the rift. Well, not outside, but they were running a mission really close. After we killed the fleet, we went on and found extra ships. Basically, that was honestly very fun. Okay, let me align myself towards the location of the target, and then we are waiting for the fleet warp. Oh, there is the fleet warp. Perfect. Well, let's see what happens. Now, I usually try to align so that we both land at the same time because my friend's Macariel is very fast. So if I align first and if I warp first and then my friend warps after, we can kind of time that so that we land at the same time. And well, usually I manage to time it correctly. So our target is a Raven. Okay, and this Raven seemed to be a sniper. That was quick.
We're under attack.
That was
Warp
a
drive
quick
active.
kill. And now let's warp out. No, I'm thinking if we were to join a big coalition and if we were to move in deep null, what ships would I take? I would take an Astro because I would do exploration. I love exploration and I believe that exploration in null is going to be very profitable for me. I have a lot of ideas that I want to do, and since this game is becoming more and more like EVE Online in some aspects, it does start to feel like EVE Online, at least for me. It does have that feel to it, and I really hope that more players do get that feeling, because now we are talking about having fun. Next targets, we have a Myrmidon. Now, 2 Macariels for a Myrmidon. This is kind of overkill, but we didn't have time. We still have criminal timer, so we didn't have time to change
Warp
the
drive
build.
active.
Alright, let's go and see what happens. There is the Myrmidon. One and 2 hits. There we go. That was quick. 2 hits is all it takes to destroy a battle. A bit overkill, I agree. This was overkill, but unfortunately we didn't have time to change ships, and since we are bloodthirsty pirates the way we are, we just cannot let any target escape. So if we have to do an overkill, well, unfortunately we have to. It's just how it goes. And this is the Myrmidon kill, 195 million, not bad. Okay. We have a Noctis inside of... Oh! The Noctis is doing insurance fraud. Well, insurance fraud prevention services have been dialed, have been called, and now we are on our way to prevent a insurance fraud. There is the Noctis, already in hole. And there we go, Noctis destroyed. That was almost, we almost missed it. The insurance prevention service almost failed. And I can cloak, alright, perfect. They haven't locked me on.
Warp drive active.
And let's warp out. Okay. 374 million, not bad. Not really sure why they decided to insurance fraud their ship here, but okay, that was still a good catch. That was still a good catch. Okay, I jumped in the good old cloaky Cinnaball, and let's see who is the next target. I actually missed quite a few ships recently, mostly because I was in a completely different place in my mind. Again, a lot of things happening within the corp, a lot of big decisions have to be made, and I guess subconsciously I've been thinking about that all the time, and it did affect my performance a bit because I didn't really play the way I usually do, and I miscalculated the distance, and I forgot to scout this cyclone, and well, they unfortunately managed to warp out. So
We're
I
on
missed
drive active.
the cyclone here. You know, we have been doing the same thing basically for like 3 years. No wonder we need a change. I mean, I'm still thinking about that because it's a very big change. It fundamentally changes how our corp works. It changes a lot of things.
Warp drive
And
active.
we haven't done this ever since we created Mug back in the KTF
Autopilot
days
disabled.
3 years ago. Basically, Mug was created to have that pirate life, and we have been living that pirate life for 3 years now. Nothing wrong with it, but we need a change, and we will see what we'll do, because we are really behind all the new ships. We are really behind all the null-sec stuff, because we are primarily not in, well, not exactly in deep null, but we definitely missed on a lot of new things, and we do miss on a lot of the game because of our playstyle, because of
We're under attack.
what we are, because of what we are doing in the game. I mean, if you're a pirate,
Warp drive active.
you only focus down on shooting them ships, but you do miss on basically everything else that the game has to offer. And since this leave,
Warp drive
since,
active.
you know, things do change from time to time, it is time for us to change a little bit. And I think it's going to be good. It's going to be fun. Definitely a lot more exciting than what we were doing for a while now. And this was a Ashimu that logged out on the gate. I always love to shoot down ships that log out on the gate. They're always oddly very satisfying targets, and that was a good catch. That was honestly a pretty good catch. Now the Apocalypse was lucky. I didn't calculate my warping properly, so I missed it. And yeah, I missed the Apocalypse, but we did not miss the Ashimu. So that was it for today's little roam. Was honestly a pretty good one. I did make some weird mistakes because my mind was just thinking about other things, but I'm definitely excited for the changes in the corp.
Warp drive
I
active.
believe it will be interesting. We will be doing something completely different. Now the PvP, the hunting, the exploration, all that stays. We are not going to abandon PvP. We are primarily a PvP corp. We hunt, we camp, we do everything PvP related, so we are going to keep on doing that. But besides that, we are going to be doing a lot more on top. So I'm definitely again excited for the future, for the changes, and who knows? Perhaps I might actually get to fly a Titan very soon, or a Super Capital. That's gonna be glorious. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to support me, feel free to like and subscribe. And with that being said, stay safe, fly safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.